Hello, everyone, and welcome to the campus of Nashua High School North. We're minutes away from a 2023 Division I quarterfinal playoff game between the host Nashua High North Titans and the visiting Exeter Bluehawks. It is the 3 seed against the 6 seed, and we must say that we got to throw the seedings out. I'm John Collins along with Jason Roby and Tom King. We have Dylan Smith on camera, and as we go to this game, Tom, we're looking at mutual opponents.
And you know what?
Exeter and North did not play during the regular season.
I don't care about all that. I don't care about mutual opponents or what they did against other teams versus what you did against another team, because you match up differently against that team than maybe they do. So all I care about is how do you match up against Exeter. But the one thing that I always say makes Exeter tough, and most of the Seacoast teams tough, is they have an intense rivalry out there against each other. You don't have that here except for South, really. The BG thing is maybe BG a little bit, but that's not as big as it used to be. That makes those teams tough outs in tournaments. You know, and I tell you what, tournament play, John, and you know, Jason Roby with us as well, that is a whole different deal.
This is the first of 4 boys playoff games today at 2, 4:30, 5, and 6 p.m. The 8 different teams in the quarterfinals are playing at the various times. So it's North hosting Exeter first. Let's go to the guy that bleeds Titan blue here. It's got to be the most biased guy in the box, right? But you know what?
Opinions vary.
Jason Roby was telling me before the game he's a little bit concerned for North. There's 18-1 record on the line
Yeah,
today.
you know, I talked to Coach Lane, and we had a pretty upfront conversation about this Exeter team. And, you know, they have Ryan Looper and they have Evan Pafford, 2 potentially first-team All-State kids. And, oh, by the way, their quote-unquote supporting cast would probably start for every other team in the state. So this is a proven Exeter team. They're going to have to play, as Coach Lane said, a near-flawless game, especially without the likes of Trevor Lebrecht.
And that's the thing. Trevor Lebrecht is out for the season with an ACL. But this team follows the heart and soul of Jaden Montgomery. And Montgomery, you know, we saw that game. Jason, you and I did the Exeter playoff game last year. Montgomery basically wills this team a lot to victories.
And, defense by the Titans produces a turnover.
And he's got a good supporting cast around him.
Jack
Sullivan's one of them. Jack Peters is the other. These are seniors that don't want to miss out on this championship.
Well, and I think if you look at the glass being half full, the Trevor Lebrecht injury has certainly opened the door up for some other players to step forward. You mentioned Peters, you mentioned Sullivan, obviously Parth Maglani, but sophomore Robinson Rodriguez is a young man we'll have to keep an eye on as well.
Well, he's big underneath the glass. He's going to have to do the job on the boards. That's what they need because they don't have a whole lot of size otherwise.
Sullivan's going to shoot it for 3, just a bit long, and rebound Exeter.
Yeah, Sullivan had a good look there. He actually started the Londonderry game with a 3-point shot from that same location. Different result.
And I think anybody who remembers last year, the Exeter game, they have to remember just how close North came to being eliminated in that game. It was very tight down the stretch, 57-54. Jaden Montgomery with his quick hands and his steals basically turned that game around.
2 turnovers here produced by good Titans defense.
Now that's their trademark.
Yep.
They'll score a lot of points in transition, but they do it off the turnovers.
Parr thought about a shot from the corner and passed it up.
He can get really hot, or he can be ice cold. Just a typical shooter, right?
Right. And Jaden changes direction back into the paint, now loses it, and jump ball. What do we have for an arrow? Looks like it's going to stay with the Titans.
Stays with the Titans. Now, Jaden, what he did there was he dribbled into traffic. You know, you don't want to do that.
Jason mentioned the opening three-pointer for the Titans in the Londonderry game. Wow, they put up over 80 points in that one, almost a 40-point win, taking care of business.
Yeah, it's a team that runs. They like to run up and down the floor, play with their hair on fire as Montgomery misses a little pull-up jumper there.
And if they do that against Exeter, it's over with. The Exeter will want to slow the pace down.
In rhythm, but that might have been deflected.
Yeah.
Matt Cromer, the shot.
They've got to take better shots.
And here's the big thing. Exeter's been all one-and-dones thus far. They've taken 3 shots. The Titans have cleared the glass on each possession.
Yep.
And now Sullivan going to his left. Heavy contact there. They're going to call it an offensive foul.
Yeah, I got to be careful there. Sullivan ran into a position that was had by the Exeter player, so Sullivan will pick up his first. And this is not a real deep Titan bench. This is a bench that may go 2 players deep.
Banged his right knee, too, and it was hobbling a little bit.
We're 2 minutes deep, gentlemen, and it's 0-0 still after the three-pointer is missed. And that one is an air ball from in tight.
Tell you, Exeter's got to get an offensive touch pretty soon or they're going to be in trouble. Because this North team will score points.
Jaden Montgomery loses the handle out of bounds, but he...
fortunate to get that one back,
non-call.
But Montgomery forcing the issue here, he kind of let the game come to him against Londonderry. This is a different animal. This Exeter team is not Londonderry. You tried to get a lot of your other teammates involved early, and I think Jaden is going to try to take control of this one here a little bit sooner than he did the first one.
High off the glass, no good. The rebound, the left-handed attempt by Robinson Rodriguez. That Robinson gets it back, and there is the gimme for 2.
5 chances right there. 5.
5 chances. Exeter just giving it up. And a three-pointer.
14.
They take the lead. Cromer hits.
Yeah, nice look there. They've had that shot a couple of times. They finally hit it. Parthage is on the other side.
Oh, that might be an indicator, Tom.
Back and forth they go, right?
You said he could get hot.
They only have 2 on the scoreboard for Exeter.
That's right. That's got to be a mistake. I think Cromer was at least a foot behind the line.
And a foul call.
Will they say anything? Nobody said anything.
No one said anything yet. It is, I don't know.
I don't know. They only have 2 on the board.
We'll have to watch on the Nashua ETV replay here with all this technology we have.
DJ Petey Pete.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to taking the Nashua East jet ski across the river to the next game.
Listen, I know what I'm asking for Christmas. Another three-point shot.
Beautiful shot from distance by Jack Sullivan, and another three-pointer.
Yeah, not the start Exeter wants, that's for sure. They don't want to get down early on against this North team because you don't come back against them.
They play defense from the very top of the key all the way to the bucket, so this is a team that loves to defend, and a near steal there.
Pafford to Cromer. On the wing is Greco. On the drive, and blocked by Robinson Rodriguez. We have a foul before the shot.
Looked like it's going to be called against Maglani with the push prior to the Rodriguez foul, so Parth will get his first.
13-5, the 6th seed Exeter coming in. They got here by defeating Goffstown 71-54. They can score, but maybe against not a team as tough as North.
Yeah, they can play the close ones, and they can run the score up a little bit too.
Ryan Looper missed the shot. Rebound by Evan Pafford, and Pafford got fouled.
I think that's going to go against Lazo, his first, and he just checked into the game. So we mentioned it's a short bench for North. They will bring Lazo in.
You run out of LeBrec, you run out of fouls, right? You have one less kid that can give you 5 fouls.
And here comes the 7th player that we talked about getting ready to check in Jaden Pena.
Right.
Rattles home for Pafford.
And that's basically it, right? That's the rotation.
I mean, they could bring some size, and they have used Peter Donovan at times to provide some length and some size in there, but the bench gets a little bit shorter as the season starts to dwindle.
Right, and you know what? I could we see here. Oh, watch out.
And there's a steal in the backcourt for Evan Pafford, who just got those 2 free throws, and he gets
And he
two
gets
more,
two
maybe,
and counts.
maybe
Wow.
3 more.
Yeah, that's Pafford, and that was one of Coach Lane's fears. He talked about Pafford and number 2, Ryan Looper, as 2 of the best players in the state. Never mind the team, but the state. And Pafford has a chance to get his 5th point all within the last 10 seconds.
Well, he hustles, right?
They went from
He
a
hustles.
one-and-done offense to Pafford getting 5 points in one trip
In
down
my mind,
the floor.
he's their answer to Montgomery because he hustles
Right.
and goes for the ball the whole bit.
It's a 1-point game thanks to
Look at this.
Pafford's
Here we go.
5-point
Another
play.
turnover by the Titans.
Yep.
Here comes Looper. Ryan has a teammate in traffic. Ethan Moss bounces it outside to Cooper.
Good job by
Marrier.
North to get back and not allow those points in transition.
Marrier with the behind-the-back dribble finds Pafford. 3-pointer doesn't go. Montgomery pushing the base with the rebound, and that pass gets whipped out of bounds off the fingertips of Jaden Pena.
Yeah, that one that was like a rocket from a silo, went right through Pena's hands. But you see right there, Montgomery went up for that rebound. This kid plays well above the rim from the point guard position. He will battle, and as a result of that rebound, the Titans were off and moving. So one of the things you have to pay particularly close attention to is on those missed shots from Exeter, if the Titans clear the glass, they're running. So it's in Exeter's, obviously in their best interest to make those shots, or at the very least get the offensive rebounds.
Of course, North with only the 1 blemish on their record, an anomaly of a loss to Merrimack earlier in the season. Exeter finished the season winning 6 out of 7. Their only loss in there to BG on February 21st. They finished out the season impressively at Keene with a 15-point win.
Well, Tom says he doesn't like the numbers, and it does come down to high school matchups.
Yeah.
My translation is he didn't do his homework like you and I did, John.
No.
All of those losses for Exeter were all 1-point losses, with the exception of the Pinkerton game early in the year. And games come down to free throws, right?
Yeah,
and
but
Tom's
you know
defense.
what? You know what? I don't care about regular season games.
In
I
Tom's
don't.
defense, he doesn't get to work at home. He's always on the go.
I just saw a game the other night in which Bishop Girton was down by 10 points and the girls down by 10 points in the first quarter. I don't care about regular season games. They blew Concord away 74-36 in the regular season.
But what he doesn't know is that Concord shot 90% from the floor in the first quarter.
Okay.
All right, the homework
I
king.
know it, and I saw
Tom
it.
King.
But you know what? It was still 29 all at halftime.
There you go. And there's a stop and a pop from and it was blocked.
Peters missed the bunny.
Parth McGloney's shot underneath, stripped of the ball. Peters drew the foul. North fans here in abundance like the call. It is a 1-point game.
I also saw Sauhegan lose at the buzzer at Oyster River. Number, what was it?
14.
14.
Yeah, 14 seed.
Against the 3rd seed. So I
Wow.
don't care about regular season. They all start 0-0. And I do know this: when North goes against North goes against Pinkerton in the semis, the players that Jason was talking about on the bench that have a little bit of size, they'll see time in that game.
They sure will. Yep.
So the winner of this one will have to wait about 5 or 6 hours to find out who their opponent's going to be. Tonight is the 6 o'clock matchup between Pinkerton and Wyndham in Derry. So 1 free throw make, and it's a 9-7 lead for North with just under
Pafford.
3 minutes to go. Pafford taking control.
Letting
gets
them
his own
play
rebound.
inside here, John. Excuse me. They're letting them bang. Like it.
And some grabbing at the ball, diving to get to it, and a foul's going to be against Jack Peters, it looks like.
Going to go back to the scoreboard that Tom and you mentioned, John. It is a 9-7 game. So that first, what we thought was a 3-pointer by Cromer, was a 2-pointer.
Okay.
According to the official scorebook.
Yep.
Just a step forward onto the arc. Inbound play for Exeter.
Sullivan will check in for Peters. He plays well above the rim for a 6-footer as well. And here comes
There you
Sullivan
go.
on the run.
A bobble, and Sullivan seizes the day, gets
He's
fouled
fouled.
as he goes to the hoop.
Tell you what, if that ball is anywhere on the floor, Nashua North is going to grab it. They are tenacious with their steals.
The sun-dappled floor.
I remember
here
last
at
year,
North.
Jason and I did the game, and he's going, well, let's see, what's North's plan now down the way? I said, they don't have to worry about it because Montgomery's going to steal it again. And he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tom, did the snow postponement yesterday help either one of these two teams?
I always think if postponement helps the underdog. I always
Why?
do. just because the favorite is waiting and waiting, and they're getting anxious. You know, the pressure's on them a little bit more than it is on the underdog. I always think a postponement helps the team that's the underdog.
Interesting.
Did it help you, Tom, having to shovel all that snow?
No, it didn't. 4 a.m. and 10 a.m.
And there's a steal, and they
shifts.
try to put it to the ground with about 3 Titans.
What'd I tell you?
There, and Jaden Montgomery draws. Oh, no, that's not Jaden. That is
Pena.
Jaden Pena draws big contact.
Great job.
Page out of Montgomery's book.
Timeout Exeter because they know they got to take care of the basketball better.
Well, and there is your secondary players having offensive production in Pena, and we mentioned Lazo earlier. If those guys are able to contribute, not just on the defensive side of things, because Pena can be a real pain defensively, but if he can also answer on the other side of the court, that's going to open things up, and you can afford to give maybe some of your other guys a little bit of a rest, what they wouldn't normally get.
South and Bishop Girton to follow this one on Nashua TV. Big day. Dylan Smith on camera for us, looking in on the Exeter huddle.
And I got another regular season faux pas for you, all right? Keene lost to Bishop Girton girls 9-0 in hockey during the regular season. Friday night was a 3-2 game.
Wow.
All right, but
adjustments were made.
But clarification here, Keene was missing a couple players in that 9-0 game, and Girton was missing Jenna Lynch in the 3-2 game. So
Titans just got a turnover here, guys. They got the ball on the inbounds.
Shows you the impact of Jenna Lynch.
Watch out.
And a steal.
Again.
That was Dylan Whalen, number 15 for Exeter.
Telling you, right? I mean, it spreads through this whole Titan team. He's dribbling the ball, ball's on the floor, whap.
Yeah.
You're not going to see, and we have a front row view of this, but these are some of the best athletes in the state. Never mind basketball players. We're talking about guys' ability to move and run, and you're going to get a backcourt violation here. We'll see if they're going to say no, it was tipped by a Titan.
It was touched.
Coach Lane was asking the official right here, did he tip it? Did he tip it? And the referee nodded his head yes. So.
Oh, he saw it. That happened quick.
Didn't look like it to me, but.
No, it didn't look to me either.
We're right there. But look at the problem. Look at the problem Exeter's having.
Just
as soon as Pafford touches the ball, there's 3 guys around him, right? And they're not trying to body him out. They're trying to slap at the ball.
They're getting the ball. Pafford is the key here, whether his back is to the basket or he's facing it. They're going to send all players that are available at Pafford. They'll live and die by that. They'll let somebody else beat them. They want to limit Pafford as much as possible.
Speaking of Evan Pafford, he passes it off to Nate McNeff, and his shot doesn't go. Whistle, push is called.
Foul will go against Exeter.
Yeah. Underneath, offensive foul on the rebound.
It's Ethan Moss's second foul. I believe it's the 5th team foul against Exeter, so 2 more. Titans will be in the bonus with 1-1.
Minute and a half to go first quarter, and North working with a 5-point lead, 12-7, as Jaden Montgomery puts the jukes on, passes it underneath to Robinson Rodriguez.
If it's the 5th team foul, they got 2 to give. Well, 1 to give.
Jaden Pena working it on the dribble, fouled on the floor.
North has 6, according to the board.
Oh. Nate McNeff fouls.
Board has 6 right here under Nashua.
Nolan Bleakley comes in for McNeff. And at the free throw line, Jaden Pena, who's had a really good first quarter. The junior guard.
And that is the 7th team foul right there, Tom. So to your point, it is 1-1 right now.
As we're seeing, that would have been a live rebound, but Jaden hit the free throw and is trying to make it double up 14-7 game, which he does.
So it's a physical game, and it's going to be a long first half because both teams will be at the foul line.
Pafford changing direction, trying to beat this press, and he almost threw it away. McNeff tracks it down in the corner. Up top it goes, around the perimeter. Exeter having all kinds of trouble just beating this constant, tenacious Titans defense.
And they haven't scored in about 2.5 minutes.
Right. Pafford loses it, gets fouled, they said.
Pena got the ball.
Tough call there. Steve Lane didn't like it.
So now Pafford is going to be at the line. Lane hasn't liked a lot of the calls in this game. I don't blame him. There's a couple questionable ones.
Yeah, he's shaking his head still.
Boy, I'll tell you what, though. That was some interesting officiating on Friday night at the Girton game.
Really?
Oh, my. It was.
Cora Hemplo.
You had 3 guys doing the game. And
I'm not going to comment.
They all took their turns. Let me tell you that.
Ooh, one of those.
Yeah, you know, when you get to the postseason, I will say you're working in three-man crews for the first time really all year, and so you're seeing a lot more, but you're not used to maybe what you're seeing. You have to cover, you know, less area.
Sullivan's open in the corner. No good.
But
as Exeter gets the rebound, pushes the pace, 38 seconds left to the hoop. Nice play.
That's a good play because he was able to control it without fouling.
Right.
Usually a lot of times on transition like that, when your defense is already back, you'll get the offensive foul.
Yeah, Whalen had some real good ups right there. Looks like he could
They're gonna set for one shot here. Up 3.
15 seconds to go as Montgomery dribbles casually to his right, being marked by Evan Pafford. Game's 2 stars going one-on-one there. Now they switch off. McNeff has Montgomery backing his way, twisting and putting it out the rim. No good. They have 2 seconds. Pafford's got to let it go. Didn't know.
Yeah, he's got to be more aware. He's got to be aware. You're dribbling right at the board with the time up on the clock.
Somebody trailing him, a teammate should have yelled 2 seconds.
Exactly.
So they missed an opportunity there to get a buzzer beater, but look up. It's a 1-score game, folks.
Yeah, the biggest thing for me, too, is Pafford's getting to the free throw line. He's 5 out of 5. He has 1 2-point bucket, but he's the key there, and that just goes to show you Pafford goes to the bucket. He's one of 2 things going to happen. He's either going to get fouled or he's going to get a bucket, and he's done both of those things at this point. So 14-11, 3-point Titan advantage, but this game has gone in ebbs and flows here for each team.
Yeah, the Titans don't look quite in rhythm offensively, Tom.
No, because Exeter's taking a little bit better care of the basketball at times. They're not getting the transition layups that they usually get. But also, look, the shooters are not hitting from the outside. So Exeter's playing Exeter's playing a good job of getting in the passing lanes and knocking it down.
We are welcoming our Blue Hawk friends, Blue Hawk Media, are taking the live stream feed here and watching from the coast. So welcome to all of our friends from Exeter. You're seeing a good one here between the Nashua North Titans and the Exeter Blue Hawks. These teams did not face each other during the regular season, but they have some postseason familiarity with one another, right, Tom?
Last year, great game, 57-54. But I'll tell you what, if I'm a coach in a tournament game, I like the fact that I'm playing a team I didn't see during the regular season. There's no preconceived notions, right? Especially if you had beaten them, right?
Yeah, you've seen it's kind of backfiring when you win during the regular season. There's a foot and a foul. Robinson Rodriguez.
He's the X factor.
Well, I'll tell you why that happened.
He's the X factor.
Jaden Montgomery's on the baseline, drives baseline, draws the double team. Rodriguez opens up on the back block, and that's what worked very well against Londonderry. Same formula here, same result. Robinson a chance for a 3-point play.
So coming out of the timeout between quarters, North maybe going to that play on purpose. Rodriguez completes the 3-point play.
He's got 5 so far here this afternoon.
17-11. The Titans lead. Opening minute of the second quarter. Evan Pafford, who would be the savior of Exeter if they're able to pull off the upset. There's a jumper from 3-point distance by Greco. Doesn't go. The putback opportunity there for the Blue Hawks. They miss it, and the one-handed lay-in is good.
Wow.
Maglani to the hoop, strong.
Maglani went up with one hand, finished, got fouled, but I'll tell you what, again, that's Montgomery running the left side, found the open man.
Makes it all happen for this team, and the others are glad to take part in it. But Maglani's a good basketball player. He's young. He's a sophomore, but he's a very good basketball player.
He's really improved his game. That's the one thing I'm going to tell you about Steve Lane. This is not a collection of AAU talent. These players are developed, and it's the coaching style and the time and effort that Coach Lane and his staff put in. I've been to their practices, and they really do develop players here at Nashua North. They've lost a lot of players to transfers and to prep schools and so forth, and all they do is just keep developing more players.
Robinson Rodriguez, and he got the ball back. He got the block and the steal.
And the ball, which is key.
So that one-handed glide by
That was something,
Parth,
wasn't it?
That reminded me of Dr. J.
I was going to
Dr.
say
P
Tom
going
King on his way to the hole.
Oh, yeah. I did the old reverse layup. This way.
And then Parth is feeling it, but he missed that long rebound by Pafford. Good job in traffic underneath.
And Pafford did a good job there by resisting the long pass down the court, which he wanted to make. Oh,
Non-call by all three officials. Good
yeah.
call, I think. McNeff goes to the floor, gets it to his teammate, and who was fouled by Jaden Montgomery on the floor.
They're not fooling around.
They're calling that one on. They're calling that one on Sullivan. He gave a little.
He
gave
a
little shove there.
That's 2 on Sullivan. They're not fooling around on these loose ball dives, are they? You're going to get a. If you make contact, you're going to get a whistle.
So Jack Peters' brother, Luke Peters, going to check in, the 5'9" sophomore guard, getting some time.
Well, he got a lot of time. He got some time during the regular season. I saw him.
He did.
And he was effective. So Exeter at the free throw line, trailing by 8. And the first one is live. And a rebound, Pafford. Read it perfectly. A running jumper by Looper. Ryan Looper makes it.
Yeah, second chances there on the missed free throw. That's something that the Titans can't afford to have happen, a 6-point advantage here.
Long cross-court pass, Parth Miglani faked right, shoots. His hand was hit after he followed through, but they let that go. Ryan Looper, alley-ooper, and no! Off of Pafford out of bounds.
Great job right there by Peters, who just checked in. Luke got his hand into that passing lane, and it deflected off of him and then went off of Pafford, so
Tell
great
me
job.
where the ball is, there'll be a Titan near it, right?
Yeah.
That's the way it is.
You could have made that play there, Tom.
I know I could have. I was all set to.
Yeah, a 1-2-2 half-court trap coming up here. They're trying to employ it. Is Exeter. Watch them rotate now. And now they're back into their D.
Adrian Lazo's out there, number 15, had a touch. He's in the corner calling for a three-point shot. Let's see if they find him. Montgomery's going to drive instead.
Good.
Off the glass, no good. Robinson
Come down with
back. Got fouled.
Yeah, you know what? Montgomery got away with a travel, too.
Yes, he did.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
He got away with it.
Robinson Rodriguez listed at 6'6". He's one of those kids that probably grows between games.
Yeah, he's all of that, and I think you're going to see a young man that's going to get himself into the weight room in the off-season training, and he's going to come back even bigger and stronger next year. Just a sophomore here.
Wow, he's getting stronger as his game goes along.
Exactly right.
With blocks and steals, now making free throws. That is a promising player that Steve Lane is developing here as a sophomore at the free throw line here in the quarterfinals on his home court. Missed that one, and Luke Peters got a hand on it. It's going to be out of bounds off of the Titans.
Titans employing some full-court man-to-man pressure here, make the Blue Hawks have to work all the way up the floor.
Yeah, if you're Jeff Holmes, though, you got to see some more offense out of your team.
Will Hoffmaster left it short. Rebound, Luke Peters.
Great job by Peters clearing the glass.
Pushing the pace, McLeod in rhythm. No, that brought his teammates up off the bench. They thought they'd have a three-pointer to cheer for. Jaden Montgomery steals it underneath.
Yep. You
Big
better,
basket.
if he's anywhere near the ball, you better corral it.
And a great attempt there. Is that Hoffmaster? 23 Cooper Marier. Took it to the hole, got fouled, no basket, but he'll have 2 at the line.
Going to be the first against Rodriguez, went up and challenged that shot. So if you're Coach Steve Lane at this point, fellas, you have to like what you're seeing from the standpoint of Montgomery, just the 1 bucket so far.
Yeah, that 5-point flurry by Evan Pafford. I mean, they've struggled though. Otherwise,
he's the engine.
Yep.
But if you're Lane, you love the defense, right? Look at you got an Exeter team that's got 14 points with 4 minutes left to play in the quarter.
Yep.
If you hold them under 20, which is certainly a possibility the way this Titan team plays defense, then it's curtains.
I know the NFL always says defense wins championships, but after seeing Steph Curry in the NBA Finals, I feel like offense wins championships.
Well, they don't play defense.
They don't play defense in the NBA, John.
They don't, right?
It's a different game.
But it can do the trick in high school. Defense.
It's everything.
Everything.
It's everything in high school because you don't have the offensive talent in high school that you have at the upper levels. So if you play really good defense, odds are you're going to win. You know what I always say. If you're trailing in a game, you need your defense to turn into your offense.
Great job there by Luke Peters, and the steal will result in a Montgomery bucket.
And now it's
So Luke Peters playing great.
Yeah, I told you. He's played some in the regular season. He's not green.
Yeah, Steve Lane knows what he has in the young guard, and impactful since he came into the game.
Starter on that undefeated regular season football team, too, I might add.
Ah, nice. Yep. I'm glad you put that in there. Three-pointer from distance. That was Ryan Looper.
That is the only way, gentlemen, that Exeter is going to win this game is from the outside with the threes.
Lazo
made it look easy. Found a seam right to the glass.
Lazo's never made a layup he didn't like. He's always very good at going to the basket.
So Cooper Marrier is going to back it out. He finds Ryan Looper holding it at his hip. He's also got Jaden Montgomery at his hip, so he passed up any idea of a three-pointer. And here's Marrier, takes the shoulder with Robinson.
Well, that was
let that go.
No call there.
That was a big bang. I mean, that was really physical talent. They're definitely going to call that. That was a major league collision.
Yeah, they weren't play acting.
No.
That was shoulder to shoulder.
No, they weren't.
All three officials decided to let that one go.
Well, the difference there is nobody hit the deck down here, so I guess that's a let them play kind of deal, where at the other end, Montgomery hit the deck kind of hard. He misses the first of two.
You know, as a child of Johnny Most, every time I see something like that, I think about his Stanislavski School of Acting. Remember he used to bring that all the time when people would hit the ground? That would definitely brought out the Stanislavski School in those old Celtics battles.
That's a rare sight. Montgomery missing 2 free throws.
Oh, he missed them both.
Yeah, that's a very rare sight.
So it keeps the game at 26-17.
Whoa.
Looper's going to shoot it. He got fouled. That would have been
And that's going to be 3 shots from the line, but also another foul on Robinson.
That's just not and that's the kind of foul that, you know, you're young, you're a sophomore.
Right.
You're not going to take that foul.
Because you could influence that shot at 6'6" without making contact.
Absolutely. And he has influenced quite a few shots in the games that I've seen him play.
So trying to make all three, Ryan Looper, he made a three-pointer the easy way a few moments ago. Now he's at the line, and he's got 2. Here comes one more. Here's big man for North, Peter Donovan, also 6'6", checks in. He's a junior for Robinson, who in a bit of foul trouble. Luke Peters.
Looper's got, John, Looper's got 8 points in the quarter. So.
Yeah, he's made an impact along with Pafford.
Well, now they've got their offense going a little bit.
Parth is going to shoot it in rhythm, and it's in. Parth Miglani.
There's nobody that shoots more than he does, and
you can see why.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. He never met a three-pointer he didn't like.
Hey, the first time I saw it was against Merrimack.
Exeter will put one up. That was
good position there. What a great rebound by Donovan.
Lazo to the hoop, got fouled, and he hits the deck. No, Exeter hits the deck.
That is not the correct
offensive
call.
Foul.
That's offensive. It should be offensive. That is. Yep. Yeah. Okay, they changed it.
You agreed with that one?
That was offensive. He was planted.
Good basketball IQ play there to set up to accept the charge.
Very physical game here being played by both of these teams, and
now it could be physical, but if you're Exeter, you can be physical, but you better start putting some points up.
Right.
Oh,
and
toe
they're
on
going to
the
try
line.
and do it the person of Cromer. He hit a 3 earlier, but he's missed more of those. Travel called against Jaden. Interesting call there.
Usually they give you a half a second or so to establish yourself, but there was no establishment there. And it may have solved some other issues as Montgomery steps in the passing lane and takes that one. Wow.
You got to like that one as a football coach there, Jason.
Gotta love it.
Parth Miglani misses the long pass.
Followed his own shot.
That's a great rebound by Miglani.
Yeah. Larry Bird-esque. Following his miss.
Oh!
That one
on the floor, they say. And Steve Lane is saying, what's going on there?
And there's an instance, guys, where he'll head to the line, but Montgomery drew a triple team inside the key, and there were several Titans standing around the outside of the three-point perimeter. And I love the make, and I love the take, but at some point I wonder if Steve Lane says, hey, you got to feel that triple and kick it out.
I like the steal where Jaden Montgomery had his back to the passer, and he was kind of reading the receiver like a football play, and saw it in his eyes.
Came with the long
arm.
The difference in this game right now is North's defensive ability and their uncanny ability to take the basketball away. And Exeter doesn't have, they don't have that offensive guy that's going to put up 40 points, 30 points, 25 points. You know, maybe Pafford can do it, but if he does it, he's going to get a lot of bumps and bruises along the way. And they don't have anybody getting hot from the outside.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, eight of their points, Tom. To your point, eight of the Exeter points have come from the free throw line.
Right.
So
they're not going to win the game that way. They need to shoot the ball and hit some points because they're not going to be able to score it off defense.
You know, it occurs to me, Jason, you're a coach, that somebody should go over to Tom King from these visiting teams, the ones that are behind, and say, what do we need to do at halftime? What adjustment do we need to make in order to win this game?
We got to get him a Swami
this guy's
hat.
seen a lot of games.
We got to get him a Swami hat and a crystal ball, and we sit him at a table. And we charge $5.
Right.
Each coach could come in and say, "What do I need to do, Swami?"
Swami?
Yeah,
Right, exactly.
I think that would be.
I mean, Jeff Holmes, you know, look, when I broke in 1983, Jeff Holmes was a big star at Keene. High school star at Keene High School.
Yeah, yeah.
Did he miss both of them? He missed both of them there.
That's four.
Ooh,
that's four straight misses from the line for Jaden Montgomery.
We also need a visit to the Tom King free throw school at halftime.
Well, let's slow down a little bit there.
Oh no, that's a long time staple. But there's the defense, right? There's the defense. There's no one offensively ready to take charge for Exeter right now, and that's a problem.
And what you mentioned, Tom, from the standpoint of Montgomery, he has different speeds that he plays at. So far in this game, he has played at 110 miles an hour on both sides of the floor.
He's played at warp speed.
Parth is feeling it, and he missed that short. Rebound fought for. Coming down to the corner was 15 Dylan Whalen. Looper, Ryan, hands it off. Nicholas Greco wanted no part of the ball there, gave it right back. Rebound Exeter of their miss, and Whalen got traveling call. He's like, what? I just got the ball.
Interesting turn of events there. Lazo got the rebound, had it ripped from his hands, and Exeter gets called for the travel, so tit for tat.
I don't understand how you can just, as soon as you catch a ball and you're standing up, you can travel. Did he do a three-step in place?
We got an offensive foul. We got a pick somewhere.
Yeah.
Legal pick.
I think that was on Peters, his first.
Right. Under a minute now here in the half.
Peters the younger.
Yes, 45.
Right, Jack's on the bench, right?
Correct.
Exeter's got a chance to make this a pretty respectable score at halftime.
Well, they better start hitting some shots. They got a minute to do it.
Pafford, good guy to go to, finds his teammate open.
Wow.
The bobble, Pafford gets it back and wills it in.
Pafford taking the game over there.
Well, he's got to. That's the thing. If I'm Jeff Holmes at halftime, I'm looking at him and I'm saying, don't pass the ball underneath.
No.
Go up with the shot.
Right? Why did he pass that?
I'm telling him, I'm saying, look, you got to take this game over. This is your game.
Parth thought about the shot. Now he gets double teamed in the corner. Pafford almost got it, and they do throw it away. Evan Pafford on both ends. So
now if you're Exeter, boy, I'll tell you, against North's defense and their ability to knock the ball away, it's going to be tough to hold for the last shot. It really is.
And you got to let Pafford take it. And
well,
he's got it.
Yeah, but he's got to watch out because they're going for the ball.
Passes it off. Whalen underneath, great pass, and Parth Miglani thumps it out of the hands of the shooter. 1.6 seconds left.
Little leather souffle there out of my kitchen, he said.
1.6 left. You got to pass it to a shooter, and he's got to put it up right away.
Another block shot at the buzzer by Parth.
Yeah.
Parth's got a piece. We are at halftime. John Collins with Jason Roby and Tom King.
Again, Pafford passed up a shot.
Yeah.
He was right there. Take it.
He's got to take it. He's got to set the attempts record in the second half if Exeter's going to have a chance to come back. I give credit to Evan Pafford. He's not going to even take a minute off. You know it. He's not even going to come off the floor.
No, he's not.
He's their only hope.
They're
really,
down 7. You know what? They probably ought to be down 12 or 13.
Well, I think there were a few misses there, not just from the three-point side of things, but also from the free throw line. There were a few missed layups. There are opportunities that I think the Titans left on the floor there, and that could come back to haunt them. I'm sure that's going to be the topic of conversation during the halftime meeting. And I'll tell you what, I don't expect them to stay in that halftime meeting for very long.
I said only hope, but Ryan Looper had a good first half, number 2 for Exeter. And North looking to take care of business here in the quarterfinals as we watch the Tropics jersey. That's from the Will Ferrell movie, our caretaker there. Dylan Smith on camera will come back with the second half here, quarterfinal action at North when we return here on Nashua ETV and Blue Hawk Media of Exeter. Welcome back to the campus of Nashua High School South. It is a sunny Sunday, the day after that big snowstorm that we had, and there's a lot of kids enjoying sledding outside on the campus of North on those embankments that when you drive in the entrance road. And right now, tough sledding at the free throw line for Nashua North.
That's where I was before I came here.
You were sledding?
They were doing a free hot chocolate. I'm like, that's why Tom's late.
Yeah, exactly.
The toboggan, you had it out?
Oh, yeah.
But Jason had the stats.
You mean you're supposed to use a toboggan?
No. Cardboard.
What's the story on the
so free throw-wise, you're looking at an Exeter team that shot 9 out of 10 from the charity stripe. On the other side of the ledger, 7 out of 13 for Nashua North.
Left some points on the floor at the stripe, Tom. You're not worried?
No, you know what I'm more worried about? The sunlight that's coming in the direction I shoot my photos at.
I know. I don't think a cord goes long enough to the other side.
I never had to worry about that at night.
Yeah.
So
his priorities are in order, John. You were wrong about him.
Yeah, so here we go. Another 8 minutes up on the scoreboard, 8-minute quarters. The New Hampshire High School girls, boys, and
I mean, this was not going to be the type of game that the Londonderry game was, which was a blowout and it was an easy game. This was going to be a scrappy, fight-for-it game. But North's got better basketball players in my mind.
Parth McGlonney,
and he's one of them, and he's a pure shooter, and that's what Exeter really hasn't had in this game.
North with the opening possession here of the second half.
Taking their time in this half-court set here to start things off.
And just content to take their time and pick their spot. McGlonney is going to put it up, though, and left it short. Rebound by Evan Pafford in transition. Good pass up on ahead, and missing the gimme layup. Ryan Graney, the 6'3" center, senior.
Can't miss those if you're Exeter. Can't.
Yeah. Right. And North has missed their fair share in the first half as well. They missed some easy ones.
North could be up by 15, 16 in this game if certain shots had fallen, right?
No doubt.
4 free throws by Montgomery, a couple of McGlonney threes. There's 10 points right there.
Yeah.
All right, so and you add that to a 7-point lead, it's a 17-point game.
That's Tom King. I'm with Jason Roby, John Collins here on Nashua TV. We welcome our Blue Hawk Media viewers from Exeter for this exciting second half of the quarterfinal playoff game. Jaden Montgomery has had trouble at the line, and now from the field goal range, air ball.
Yeah, he had a good look there from the elbow, just inside the left elbow, and missed it. Thought maybe someone had gotten a piece of it, but it went out of bounds, and so tough sledding for Jaden.
Ryan Looper, who had a good first half, bounced past Cooper Marrier, looking for a teammate, and that will be Matt Cromer, who's put up a lot of threes, made one. Pafford in the paint,
Wow.
off the glass and in. Sweetly
shot.
done.
Good shot. You've got to shoot it quick. You can't hold the ball too long against Nashua North. And
True.
Pafford did that right away. Did not pass up a shot that time.
Pafford's got 11 here to lead all Exeter scores. Jump stop. They're going to say offensive foul on Sullivan.
That's 3.
And it was Pafford who drew that foul.
That's 3 on Sullivan, if I'm not mistaken.
It is 3, Tom,
A concern.
and as you mentioned, John, this is an Exeter team that they're clearly going to ride Pafford all the way in this one.
I'll be very surprised if he even takes 30 seconds off from the floor. He's got the ball now as he goes to his left. He's a senior, doesn't want his season and high school basketball career to end today. North has other ideas, coming in with an 18-1 record.
Look at that double team by
seed.
North on the ball. Great double team in the corner. Exeter's got it. You've got to get rid of the ball quickly if you have it. Nice
Matt
pass.
Cromer passes to Graney, got fouled on the floor.
Nice pass by Cromer.
When that double team came, Tom, the one thing that I recognized there is how quickly Exeter was able to reverse the floor. They got it to the top, got it to the backside baseline, and it set up their attack on that
double team
possession.
had turnover written all over it. Exeter, you're right. Exeter was able to get away from it, get that backside away.
So Exeter 9 of 10 at the free throw line to this point as Graney shoots, makes it 10 of 11. 2 minutes into the second half. A lot more scoring in the first 2 minutes of this half than in the opening of the game, where it was 0-0 through the first 2 minutes. That one's off to the right. Pafford had a hand on it, but North snatches it away. Montgomery in transition finds Jack Peters. Missed the lay-in attempt. Pushing the pace, Matt Cromer down in the corner, got double teamed, baseline.
Oh, Rodriguez!
Banished from the kingdom of hardwood.
And fouled before the shot was Peters. It's going to be against number 23, Cooper Marrier. Banished from the kingdom of hardwood.
You like that one, John?
Oh, yeah.
You know, Peters in the Londonderry game had 15 points at the half, and he played a different role for them as Rodriguez goes up strong and can't finish. He's missed about 6 of those here tonight.
It's frustrating for Robinson. Did the hard work, missed the gimme shot. Pafford going one-on-one.
Ooh.
What a move, and Rodriguez got called for the foul. He was going for the block.
And
how many fouls is on him?
that has
That's
got to be
3 on
3 on
Robinson.
Rodriguez.
Yep.
On Rodriguez, so now you get 3 and 3.
A concern there for North.
So Lazo came in for Sullivan. We'll see if Coach Lane goes to the bench and brings back Peter Donovan.
Well, here's the thing, guys.
29-26.
We're almost 3 minutes into the quarter, and North has not scored yet.
Oh, yeah. And, you know, this is 11 of 13 from the free throw line for Exeter. That's a story in itself. It's a one-score game, 29-27. North is a little discombobulated right now.
Yeah, they've looked out of sorts in the offensive side of things, and they've missed some easy ones.
Parth McGloney immediately set upon by Graney. Won't let him have the shot. A blocking foul called against Graney.
Well, it seems like they're giving the ball to Montgomery and just getting out of the way, and he takes it hard to the hold. 3 Blue Hawks waiting for him. We'll see if his free throw shooting woes will end here.
I bet they do.
The Swami, Tom King, comes through.
It's too good of a free throw shooter to go 0 for 6, right?
That's right. And if it's, you know, percentages you're talking about, well, he's actually
1 out of 2, right? So.
Yeah, he's way off his usual percentage today.
Yeah, he's 1 for 6 from the line this evening, or this afternoon.
Cromer with it. Between the legs, goes to his left, creates some space. Parth McGloney monitoring him. Cromer tried to bounce it inside, gets it back, finds a seam, reverse lay-in off the glass and in. Matthew Cromer with a highlight play.
He decided that he wasn't going to try to find anybody, and that was the only thing he could do was shoot the ball and hope. And you know what? And it goes in.
That's time in the gym, practicing your spin shots.
That's an amazing shot.
And Exeter saves it, the steal and the foul by Montgomery. The Titans have not scored in the second half.
Well, I'll tell you what. I think one of the things that I was preaching offense. I think one of the things that Jeff Holmes told his team at halftime was, you got to play better defense, you're going to lose this game.
Well, Robinson just checked in, so 6'6" leaves the floor, and entering the game is Pena. So you get rid of 6'6" and bring in 5'10", a little bit difference there in terms of length.
Ryan Grady, Cooper Marrier.
Exeter can take the lead here. I don't think they've led in this game.
This is 2 offensive possessions where
they're not going to do it with
Evan
that shot.
Pafford
we're going to get an offensive foul. Going to get a push there on number 32. That's going to be Graney. And I'll tell you right now, you watch this offensive possession. What is happening here is Pafford is marking up Maglani. And as Montgomery comes down the left side here, and now they've switched it up, but they leave him open because Parth hasn't hit that shot yet.
Oh, great.
A travel call there.
Oh, boy. So
turnover.
Exeter's turned it up a notch on defense, Tom.
That's what I said. Yeah. That's what Holmes probably talked to them about at halftime, was they had to step it up on defense.
And what do you always say about when
you're trailing a game, your defense turns into your offense.
And that's happened for Exeter here in this third quarter.
And for the coach next year, that's in football too, I think.
And
Indeed, it is.
Believe it or not, Exeter can take the lead with a basket here.
Well, they missed the opportunity earlier to do it, and let's see what they do here.
Nate McNeff off a pick.
Oh, he
took some contact.
Foul's going to go against Pena.
Yeah, but is it on the floor or on the shot?
I think it's on the shot.
Ooh, I thought it was on the floor.
He said to the scorer, it was really close, but I think he told the scorer he's going to give him 2 shots. Yep. And if he makes them, you're talking about a 1-point Exeter lead. In and out. Chance to tie for Nate McNeff at the free throw line. Banged shoulders with Jaden Pena. Got called for that foul. 3:40 to go third quarter, and we are tied at 30-all. Here at North. The 6 seed Exeter trying to pull the upset on the 3 seed, 18-1 North.
Well, to be honest with you, gentlemen, this is exactly the kind of game I thought we would have.
Thought we were going to have. Right.
Yeah. And they're going to go to Montgomery, almost the steal by Marrier in the paint. Pena with a difficult lay-in attempt off of Exeter out of bounds. Cooper Marrier going for the steal. Lost the handle. Parth Maglani will inbound it.
I'll tell you what else, too. Steve Lane is saving his timeouts for later.
Yeah.
Right?
Strategizing.
Yeah, well, I think he knows how it's, how they were so valuable last year with timeouts during the last 4 minutes of that game in the quarterfinals a year ago.
That's right, Tom.
Evan Pafford shutting down Parth Maglani's three-point thought, and instead it turns into a basket for Dylan Whelan.
Open shot,
was Lazo right there.
That was open shot,
Lazo,
foul line, extended, take it.
Sorry, Lazo with the basket. And Exeter try to answer back.
Pena hustling under both baskets here. One to force a turnover underneath the offensive side, and Skying on the defensive side of things, the shortest guy on the floor, playing huge under both baskets.
What do you notice about this half? There's not a single open shot anywhere.
No. Looks like an NHL Stanley Cup playoff game.
It is tough real estate.
These teams hang their head on the defensive side, no question.
Montgomery swings it to Lazo. Got that basket.
Yeah, that lane's open. Somebody should drive it.
Just a 2-point lead for North, but they tried to expand on it here.
Oh, he's lucky. Almost 5 seconds. Almost.
I thought that first timeout was coming, Tom. I did.
Yeah,
tight
exactly.
man-to-man. Inside it goes. Using
offensive
the shoulder.
Foul.
Offensive
foul.
And
Peters threw the shoulder in there, and you could see it.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Yeah, and the ref saw it. And that's where the chant goes, you can't do that. But I think the Exeter fans are too polite. Is that right, Blue Hawk Media? You guys have a you can't do that chant? It's a 32-30 game. Exeter with a chance to tie or go up if they venture a three-pointer here or a three-point play. Pafford with the ball back in his hands off a pick, passes it back. McNeff shoots it, and off the rim, no good. Montgomery with the rebound.
Has Pafford scored in this quarter?
No. Scoop shot, and no good.
Yeah, Pafford has 4 in the quarter.
In the
Oh, he
quarter,
does?
okay.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I didn't see that. Yeah.
Yep, he has a bucket and 2 free throws.
Oh, the free throws
Yep.
and the bucket. Sorry, Evan.
He's going to write a letter, John.
Yeah, I
That's,
know. Well, it's been I guess, an 8-minute quarter I forgot. Back earlier.
Montgomery misses again.
Wow. Boy.
Yeah, it's been a struggle at the line.
Of course, here's the strategy, right? If you're Exeter late in the game and you need to foul somebody, do you foul him? Because he's such a good free throw shooter normally.
Well, at some point, it's got to get,
Boy,
into his head a little bit.
I guess so, huh?
Yeah, it probably is already there, unfortunately for Jaden, but
1 for 8.
somehow it's got to kick in the other way. McNeff throws it away. Jaden Montgomery, will he take it all the way? Puts it up and down to the floor.
He didn't have the numbers.
Yeah.
He pulled up, and in his peripheral, he saw Lazo coming down the left side and threw it off his feet.
Now, here's what he's thinking. I'm not hitting from the line, so if I go to the line, I might have trouble. Because normally Jaden Montgomery takes that ball all the way.
Yeah, you're right.
He drives all the way.
Transition defense there, though, Tom. The Blue Hawks had 3 guys back.
Yep, but still, that still tells me you're going to get fouled. Because they're going to go at him.
Pafford, time.
It's against Exeter, whatever it is.
I think that's, it's going to
away
be
from
on
the ball.
Whalen, Dylan Whalen, I believe.
Whalen's asking, what did I do?
And so is Jeff Holmes. He's just shaking his head. It's 107 to play here, 32-30, and we haven't had a basket in a while.
Someone told you the Titans would only have scored 3 points in 7 minutes. Would you think they'd be winning?
No.
Lazo misses long. Rebound, Ryan Looper pushing the pace ahead of the field. Lay-in is good for Nicholas Greco, and it is a tie game again, 32-all, with under a minute to go, third quarter. Jaden Pena, Montgomery with it. Faked left, shoots, misses short. Jaden with it in the paint, kicks it out. Pena faked the shot, goes to the basket, blocking foul against Pafford, who's drawn a bunch of offensive fouls, not that time.
Pena drove hard to the hoop and ran into Pafford, so he'll head to the line.
Is Pafford talking, or is he's not coming out?
No, I think that's just his first foul.
Well, with 33 seconds left, you want to give him a breather. This is the time to do it.
Yeah.
This is the time to do it.
No. Because you're going to get an offensive possession here. You want to put your best shooter on the line. They did, huh? No,
he took him out.
He's off.
He's off.
There you go.
You're right.
Yep.
So are they conceding the possession? No, I think Looper ends up shooting it. We'll see.
Yeah. Back to the free throw line for the Titans. Not sure it's a place they want to be, but Jaden Pena hits
2 for
it.
2 there for Pena. So Tom King, once again, the Swami was right.
And here is McNeff having trouble against Jaden Pena's tight man-to-man. Now he goes to the right with success. 20
Good
seconds.
help by Pena. He anticipated, stepped into the passing lane, and he gets reached in on.
Jaden Montgomery, does he go to the line, or is it a non-shooting foul?
Yeah,
we
he
got
goes
some
to the line.
1-and-1.
Yep.
And they just grab Pena and kind of pull him off to the side. Referee took him and brought him towards the sideline. There was a verbal exchange going on between somebody on Exeter and Pena.
Jaden Pena, who is a junior, being talked to by Jaden Montgomery, the senior.
He's also being talked to by the official right now.
Montgomery misses another free throw.
9. My goodness. All he's got to do is bend his knees, follow through to the hoop.
You've seen him shoot free throws all year, Tom, right?
Yeah, I haven't seen this. And see, look at that.
It's in his head,
Yeah,
obviously.
no doubt about it. That was in his head there. When you're short on a free throw, that's in your head.
Looper,
9 seconds
8
left.
seconds. Looper passes it, and they're
Good
going to go
ball
McNeff for
movement.
3. Loose ball. It is a 2-point lead for the Titans after 3.
Good old-fashioned rock fight here at the Titan Dome, huh?
Yeah, this is a close game, ladies and gentlemen. The kickoff for boys quarterfinal matchups on this Sunday, March 5 of 2023. As the next one to be played, we'll do that as well. South at hosting Bishop Girton in a 4:30 contest. That'll be followed closely at 5 p.m. by Bedford, the #1 seed. They had a bye in the opening week, opening round, taking on Trinity, 1 against 8 seed. And the final game of the night, Pinkerton hosting Wyndham in a 6 o'clock game. The winner of that one plays the winner of this one.
Anybody want to go to Manchester's West Side Arena for me at 7 o'clock and
Not
watch Merrimack and
Negatory.
and Goffstown and hockey? No, I didn't think so.
Man.
I may not make it myself.
Yeah, can you sleep tomorrow?
No, I got a BG game at 3:30, and I also have to get the weekend print feature stuff in.
So
Is he complaining about his job?
Yeah.
While I still have it.
Well, yeah.
We just got a note that if you're watching either from Exeter or the Nashua area and you see the camera kind of shaking a little bit, it's because of the Exeter crowd going crazy over there in the stands, and that's what's making the camera shake. So
they've had a lot to cheer about
They
as we
have.
enter the 4th quarter. It is a 2-point game, and as Exeter tried to tie it, missed the driving layup attempt. North Parth McLani from distance left it short. Jack
Sullivan
all by himself.
Who we haven't seen in a while because of the 3 fouls, right?
Ah.
Now you get your seniors in the game.
3-point
Jaden
shot for Montgomery.
That'll help.
There you
Yeah.
go. Maybe he just needs to back up to the 3-point line on those free throws. And
They left him alone, almost dared him to take it, and Jaden Montgomery hits the 3 to open the 4th quarter. Scoring. Open shot for Whalen. Rebound batted out. Parth McLani's there. His body's hit the floor. McLani finds an open teammate. Sullivan driving. He's double teamed, backs it out, and makes it. Jack Sullivan with a fadeaway. Timeout, Blue Hawks.
There you go. That's the run that North needed in this half. They got their rhythm going. You need to hit your shots.
yeah, friendly rims there.
Yeah, I think in the 3rd quarter, they were looking at layups, and Exeter was just basically blocking the lane. They were doing everything they could. This quarter, I think they're moving the ball a little bit more and just get to the open guy and and take your shot. If you're open, shoot it.
That's Tom King. I'm John Collins, along with Jason Roby, our executive producer Pete Johnson, with the cool Simon Says.
Oh, this thing is
equipment
unbelievable.
that Jason just loves.
He can change our voices. He can do all kinds of crazy stuff.
DJ PDP.
We were playing with this stuff earlier. MC Raw Bass and DJ Easy Rock.
Jason Roby on the what do you call that? The demon?
The demon setting. I need one of these for Christmas. Anybody watching
Really?
at home?
Yeah, those are podcasters. They're cool. Montgomery to the hoop. Jaden Montgomery asserting himself in this game.
Well, he's your best guy, right? And so the
Yep.
ball needs to find its way into his
Right.
hands every time. Great job there, my Maglani. And you got Peters diving into that pile.
You got to call a jump ball there. Now there's a little bit of...
yeah, Peters dove in there and got into it with Cromer, and the fans come alive on this one.
Well, in Cromer's defense, Peters went in there hard. I mean, that was a football fumble type of contact. And
Look, they're going to go in hard. You're playing for keeps in this game.
There is no tomorrow for one of these
You're
teams.
playing for keeps. You're going to go in hard.
It's good that there was
know?
no head-to-head contact there, because you're not wearing helmets in this sport, but it is Titans ball. The officials separating the two players.
Well, I like what they did there is they just
Yeah.
kind of separated them and moved them apart and said, look, play basketball, fellas.
Yeah, no technicals. They realize that there's high adrenaline going on here. 4th quarter of a quarterfinal playoff elimination game. Montgomery's feeling it. And
Nice
he
pass
finds
underneath.
Oh, what a play to Peters. Beautiful bounce pass, shorthanded. Peters puts it in, and it's a 7-point run at least for the Titans here in the 4th quarter. Foul called against North.
That's going to go against Peters, I believe, who was the recipient of that pass.
It is a 9-0 run by Nashua North. 9-0 run, and that is the difference in the game, and I believe it will remain the difference in the game.
And so,
Looper will head to the line here for a pair.
yeah.
He better hit them both. They don't have their offense went cold at the wrong time,
Yeah.
and North's defense took over. Their intensity took over, and I think they just, all of a sudden, the third quarter was a little bit, lull, and they woke right up.
Hit them both. Lead is 9.
he's shooting
Oh,
three.
it was a three-point attempt.
three-point
Excuse
attempt.
me. So
And
that's
Steve
the
Lane
second.
Steve Lane didn't know it.
That's
thought
the
he-
second time in this
Yep.
game that
Yeah.
they've been called on a three-point
And he
shot.
hits them all.
Wow, he didn't touch the rim of any one
Yeah,
of those 3
right.
free throws. Ryan Looper's having as good a time at the free throw line as Jaden Montgomery was having a rough time.
Here comes the trap, half-court trap.
Robinson Rodriguez hands it off. Montgomery finds Parth. He's going to shoot it in rhythm for 2, in and out. What a follow
Wow.
by Peters, but no.
Double team comes. They get it across the way.
Oh, Pafford
Exeter
right
3
there.
on
He
2.
needs the ball.
Looper dishes. Pafford
Oh,
for 3.
Got a
blocked.
piece of it.
That's McLaughlin on the partial block.
That's his third block shot.
Yeah.
Titans have the numbers here.
No look pass to Sullivan. In. No call. Contact. Looking to the official. Cooper Marier thought he might have drawn one.
Tough no call there, but let him play.
Ryan Looper in the corner. 10-point lead.
Three-pointer.
And now 7-point lead as Evan Pafford checks in.
He's got 16.
But what's the difference in this quarter, guys? Transition. North scoring off transition.
The pressure.
Even the jumpers are transition points.
Exeter's also
Like they
forcing
were-
the issue with a half-court trap, and they end up
That's against
getting a
Pafford.
foul. But they went to a 1-2-1-1 half-court trap here, a 1-2-2 half-court trap, and it is given them an opportunity to try and steal the ball. They get called for a foul here, but
Yeah, it's a big foul, too, because it's against Evan Pafford, and he instinctively went to the bench.
That's
that must
definitely
be 4.
that's definitely a gamble on Exeter's part because North is such a good transition team. They've got the ball handlers to beat that press.
well, it starts at half court. It doesn't start in the
But
full
it's
court.
still they've got the ball handlers to beat it.
Evan Pafford just went immediately to bench. Does that mean he has 4 fouls? Because he was almost like a coach on the floor move.
They did not put up a
Yeah.
foul.
Montgomery missed the front end of a 1-and-1 there.
Is it 1 of 10? We 1 of 10 now.
1 for 11.
1 for 11.
7-point lead.
23, Marrier.
So
Three-pointer.
Marier narrows the lead, and that causes our camera to shake, as you might imagine. The Exeter fans loving it.
Here comes the half-court trap again. Nice
Cross
skip pass.
court in rhythm. Sullivan hits.
Yes! And Sullivan, who sat most of the third quarter, has 7 here in the fourth quarter.
Will Exeter put up a 3? In the corner. No, they're driving baseline. Travel out of bounds. Travel. Called against Ethan Moss, who came into the game for Pafford. So every turnover hurts Exeter all that much more.
Yeah, here
trailing
comes-
by 6.
Here comes that trap. They'll stay away from the sideline. That will initiate the trap. They break the pressure. Maglani thought about it. He was nearly
Absolutely.
sitting on the bench.
Thought about it, and he passed up a 3.
He makes that shot, I'll tell you.
Yeah, all right. Montgomery with the dribbling clinic, and we got a foul.
I think that's going to be Moss's third foul. So Montgomery going to head back to the line, and they're in the double bonus now. They'll go for 2.
So back to the free throw line for Jaden Montgomery.
He's come up short in the last 3. He's front iron in the last 3. Got to bend those knees.
Yeah, I don't know what he's thinking about as he shoots, but he's got to think about something else.
0 for 2 there on that trip.
And
I guess you do foul him late if you have to,
yeah,
right?
at this point.
1 out of 13 on the day.
Cross court, Exeter kicks it out,
Oh.
and a bobble, a miss off of the hands, out of bounds. Looked like a decent pass to Greco. He just kind of took his eye off it.
Double duty for you guys. You'll be heading over to Nashua South at the conclusion of this one to get ready for BG and Nashua North, yeah?
Yeah.
Or
Nashua
Nashua South,
South.
rather, excuse me.
Right?
Yep.
So they'll get another ball handler on the floor. To your point, Tom, as Pena will come in and Robinson will head to the bench.
And I think that's the thing. You get 3:31 to play. I mean, all of a sudden you look up at the clock. There's only 3.5 minutes left in the game. You know, I mean, that's quick. It's been a quick quarter.
So you've got 3 pretty good ball handlers. And a timeout called there by Coach Lane as Pena did the one thing you don't want to do, and that's dribble to the sideline when a trap occurs.
And then he goes up in the air and he's got to make a pass or not.
A good timeout called there by Coach Steve Lane. What you're going to see here, if they keep that up, what opens up is the backside far corner, because that's the furthest point away from the ball. So as that trap comes to the side, you really have to try to reverse it.
So I've seen Jaden Montgomery go 1 for 13 on free throws, and I've seen the best in the business pull us off the air by accident during the telecast. I got not a bet on that. But Pete Johnston, we love you. And
Sullivan going to get called for his 4th personal
Was it
push.
Pete Johnson or was it DJ PDP? There's two there.
Too many things to do. You have a ton. I know. We appreciate you. 2:50 to go in the game.
And I think that might be Sullivan's 5th. I had him for 4, but that could be number 5 on Sullivan. So Lazo will check in.
Now, with 5 fouls, don't they usually get together in the sidelines and all that stuff?
I was actually looking at Pete's laptop a lot. That's what he just took down. I was checking over there for the score. That's not the clearest scoreboard over there. Those scores, those bulbs, the 47, 41, 42 now.
Nick Greco hits the first of 2.
So it's only a 5-point game.
What
folks.
A difference in free throws. I'll
and it
try
was
to
an
count these
11-point
up.
game a little while ago.
Yeah, I mean, that flurry that North had to start the 4th quarter, it looked like they were going to take care of business and put Exeter away. Not the case.
Yeah, Exeter's just kind of hanging
2 out of 2
around.
for Greco.
Yeah, as the sun goes behind the clouds outside.
Everybody thinks the light went out, but it didn't. The sun.
No. Yeah,
It was the sun.
47-43.
18 for 20 from the free throw line for Exeter, fellas.
It is only a 4-point game with 2.5 minutes to go. Parth McGlani with it. North
2.5 to go, but no shot clock. You got the lead, you got the ball. You're going to hang. You're going to do whatever you can to let time tick off the clock and force the foul.
Ryan Looper, how many's he got?
1, 2 maybe?
That's it? Okay,
So.
he's not doing too bad.
And the sun comes back.
And we are in the penalty.
Pete Johnson, don't touch anything.
2 free throws.
Are you kidding me? The folks at home are probably loving it.
Yeah. A 3-man booth. I love it, though.
Peters missing the first of 2. So the free throw woes will continue.
So Jack Peters staring the rim down and doesn't get the bounce. Rebound, Exeter. Good job of Sky and Cooper Marrier muscles it away.
Oh, almost traveled there.
Marrier in rhythm for 3.
Ooh, is it
Matt
a 3?
Cromer.
No, it's a 2.
It's a 2.
It's a 2,
Wow.
excuse me, but it's a 1-score game.
And here comes the trap again.
47-45.
They reverse it.
2 minutes exactly to go in this quarterfinal elimination game here. North's 18-1 season on the line. Peters misses. Rebound, Parth McGlani.
Yeah, what a job by Peters, though. What did he do? He knocked the ball down away from the Exeter defender who went up for the board. So Peters knocks it, McGlani gets it.
Yeah, McGlani will head to the line for a pair here, and
Yeah, good play by Peters. Only Blue Hawk jerseys around the ball. And Maglani's at the line. He hasn't shot that many free throws in this game, I can recall.
Shot one, that's his second.
Okay. Parth feeling it at the line.
Those are big because now all of a sudden.
You can make it a 2-score game with this one.
Yep.
1:48 to go.
And he does.
And he does. Nails it. Timeout.
And let me set the stage for you here too, guys, is that twice today, Exeter has taken a three-point attempt, and twice North has fouled that shooter. They went 6 for 6 on those trips to the free throw line. So North, I'm sure that the word here by Coach Lane, if in fact Exeter does try to make a three-point shot on this possession, please do not foul the shooter.
You know, if North had hit as many free throws percentage-wise as Exeter, this game would be a blowout.
That's a tough call right there because you don't want to foul the shooter, but you don't want to let the shooter have an open look. So defensively, you're right. It's so hard. You've got to make sure you bother the shooter without fouling. Jason is adding up the points from the foul line right now.
So I have 16 for 18 for Exeter from the line. They're perfect here in the second half. 8 for 9. And I've got North 12 for 29.
Wow.
12 for 29 from the free throw line here this afternoon.
And that's why that's the only reason this game is close.
It is. And so 1:48 to go. It's still anybody's basketball game. 4 points separating the teams. Exeter with the ball.
If you're North, you press. I wouldn't be surprised here.
No, you got to pressure the ball because they just roll it in and save some time on the clock.
Yeah. Make them use the clock.
Force them into their
Looper
with an elbow.
Pops it and hits it.
Looper gave a little forearm shiver there.
Did.
Yeah,
and he
no
cleared
call.
space, got away with it. Montgomery, one basket game here, 49-47. Receiving it, Lazo to Maglani, almost got fouled on the sideline.
Lost his dribble.
Jack Peters
They're
getting
holding him.
assaulted.
Yeah.
They deliberately fouled.
Well,
there,
that's the answer.
116.
I'm sure the message in the huddle was, look, the people that we want to foul are probably, and Peters, was one of those things, but he can make his free throws. He can make his free throws. He missed his last two, but
Jack Peters at the line, clutch free throws required.
It's 2 as well, right?
Yep.
They're way in the penalty, so it's 2. My.
And the woes continue for the Titans, save for, Parth Maglani. Maybe somebody else has done well at the line, but it's just overall been a struggle at the stripe. That had never had a chance. Rebound by Exeter. That was from behind, too. As it seemed like Robinson Rodriguez had
chance
position.
to tie the game. Looper.
Off the left.
they got the rebound.
And driving Cromer, no. Rodriguez,
wow.
they let him play underneath. Montgomery has one man to beat. He's going to dish it. Peters steps back, and they're going to take some time off.
Boy, that layup, that's gonna be big if this game ends up in a North win. That layup right there, that could have tied the game and probably should have tied the game. You're not going to get a better look than that.
I'll tell you what you said, though, Tom, about Jaden being shy about going to the hoop with one man to beat because he doesn't want to get fouled and go to the free throw line.
Well, you're also,
that happened again right
Yeah,
there.
but you're going to force
clock,
free
though.
throws. They got it over in the corner to Peters, who found Parth.
Right.
And Parth makes his free. So that
And it appears Parth Maglani is the one guy that Exeter does not want at the free throw line.
No, and they better realize that, right?
Yeah, as he makes one after the other here.
2 out of 2 for Parth. He's
Makes
5 out of 5.
it a 4-point game again. Parth becoming the MVP here in the fourth quarter via the free throw line. Tough chance for Looper, no chance.
Huge rebound, and back into Parth's hand it goes. They're going to have to foul him here.
Parth Maglani gives it up, and they will foul instead Lazo.
And how ironic if North could pull this out from the foul line after.
Yeah, Adrian Lazo will go to the line. 34 seconds to go, and North can put some more distance up by 4, 51-47. Exeter with a couple big misses on their trips down the floor. This game could be tied.
Lazo misses the first.
Yep. Strife at the stripe.
That's Tom's title.
And he hits it, though.
And they will.
Adrian Lazo.
They'll let that ball roll to save time.
Yeah.
Here comes Looper.
Half a minute and in rhythm. Cromer, no. Rebound. Lazo is fouled. Adrian Lazo will come back down court to the free throw line, or no? What's going on there?
It's going to be a two-shot foul. They reached in on him, and that is it's going to be on Marier.
In the penalty,
and
got
Exeter going ice cold from the floor, but they were taking, desperation shots in a way.
They
but
were.
Still, 0 for their last 4.
So Pafford fouled out. I didn't realize he had just completely fouled out of the game.
Yep, and they miss him out there.
Wow. I mean, he wasn't. That's a tough break for the senior. Have to watch this conclusion. That's really tough. So congratulations to Evan Pafford on what I imagine was quite the high school basketball career. We didn't have the fortune to see Exeter play that much, but certainly hope we can take it to college level or so.
He'll finish with 16 points on the day, and truly a workhorse for this Exeter team, both sides of the floor, no question about it.
So salting it away here now, Adrian Lazo for North as they find their touch at the line late, but up by 7, 54-47. We have a travel, no foul.
A little foul on the play. I don't know if it'll be on Montgomery.
Ryan
Could
Looper.
be. It is a Montgomery.
Yeah, wanted to make that. That would have been something if he had a chance for a three-point play here.
Biggest points on the day for North, Parth McGlani. He's 5 for 5 from the line, including the 2 that he took.
Big.
With 1:48 to play and the 2 that he took with 50 seconds left.
Because if he joined the struggle club, now you're talking real trouble to secure this victory.
Looper with 14 points, chance to get number 15 here. You never want to let the other team score when the clock's not running.
Right.
Ryan Looper has put on a free throw clinic in this game, but his team's still short, 54-49.
Yeah, my numbers are for the free throws are definitely all over the place. I counted them quickly, but regardless if they're correct or not, we think we know where the where North has to put some focus here.
The eye test.
Should they move on? Looks like my SATs during the high school days.
But they've had the right player at the line in the key situations, and that's McGlani. He's going to go to the line again.
Yep, absolutely.
With 5 points separating the teams and 21 seconds left in the game. The winner of this one will play the winner of Pinkerton-Wyndham, which will take place in about 5 hours.
What is it,
4
6 o'clock
hours,
game?
3 hours.
6 o'clock game, right? What is it, 3:30 now?
Yeah.
We got an hour. We got an hour before tip-off at Nashua South.
Should be pretty noisy in that gym, Tom. What do you think?
Should be with Gooden and South there.
Sunday afternoon contest at 4:30.
Yep.
You know, one positive for me besides the back-breaking snow clear in the driveway yesterday to have the doubleheader today instead of yesterday, got to watch my Boston Bruins take care of business once again.
Thanks, John.
Against the New York Rangers.
Yeah. Rangers aren't. You know what?
Yeah.
Here's what the Rangers aren't. Here's what the Rangers aren't, and the Bruins suddenly are. Bruins have been finesse all year. What they do at the trade deadline, they went out and got tough players.
Bertuzzi,
That's
Hathaway.
how you win in the playoffs. That's how you win.
Orlov.
The Rangers, they went out. Patrick Kane's okay, but they're looking at goals and scores where they need more toughness.
Yeah, and Bruins are looking strong, my friend. On a roll. See how far it goes. Parth McGlani on a roll at the free throw line. Continues his MVP performance in this game.
18 for 38 from the free throw line for the Titans. 19 for 39.
So back to a 7-point lead for the Titans. Here comes Exeter. They got to put it up quick. And it's going to be in the...
Got to shoot it. What are you doing? You got to shoot it.
All kinds of times coming off, and he might have traveled and got away with it.
You don't have time
Looper
to
for 3 hits,
but
only 7 seconds left.
They let 11 seconds tick off the clock.
They did.
You can't do that.
I mean, Looper could have taken that shot 9 seconds ago.
Yep.
If they just set it up quicker.
The game that will not end, John Collins. It is.
I've been to a few of those.
Yeah. So, Tom, BG hockey's alive, girls and boys. Looking forward to doing those games, hopefully, as they take runs at the title.
Good. Then I guess I'll see you freezing with me tomorrow at Skate 3 at 3:30,
Enjoy, fellas, enjoy.
If we do it on Nashua TV, I'll be there. Absolutely.
Well, I'll be there.
Yeah.
It's up to DJ. It's up to DJ.
It's
up to DJ Petey Pete if he wants to do that game.
Yes, sir. Can't do it enough this time of year, I feel. So, looks like North's going to continue their run. 18-1 coming in, trying to go 19-1, and then can I look ahead now to say how do you think they're going to do against Pinkerton?
Did Pinkerton win?
It's only a 4-point game here, though. 7
Did
seconds left.
Pinkerton win?
No, they didn't.
Right. So.
Okay.
We don't know yet.
Getting ahead in that
Listen,
game, too.
there's only one Swami here, John Collins.
That's right.
And this one isn't over yet either.
Oh,
so
boy.
let's.
Is this game live? Is Pinkerton? Is Wyndham going to hear that? Wyndham are the underdogs. I think they tell you that, too, going up against Pinkerton there in Derry. Later.
A steal, a chance.
A chance.
Three-pointer.
Off
He
the glass
banked it in.
and timeout.
Was that a three? Did he call a foul?
Oh, an unbelievable
Wait a minute.
shot by Looper. Off the glass and in. And about 2 seconds, it was 3.3 when he hit that. 3.3 when that went through the hoop. And you got to think if Exeter had a timeout, they immediately called it. And they got to put time back up.
Well, that's just it. They got to talk about that, right?
I'll tell you this,
I had
too.
my eye on the shooter and the clock. It was over 3 seconds.
And if there was a foul, which there wasn't.
I thought we were going to get a foul here because Looper appeared to trip over somebody.
Yeah,
He did
if that
trip
happened,
no
somebody.
call.
He did trip over somebody.
Banks it in. That could have been an opportunity for a 4-point play and a tie game.
What an incredible shot by
Well,
Ryan
now they got to
Looper.
talk about this, and they got to figure out whether they put more time back on the clock. Because did Exeter call timeout right away?
Oh, they must have.
No, they don't. They should.
I mean, the coach is right there.
By my guess, there should be 2.2 left on the clock.
I don't understand how you see a shot go in
They're
like that.
changing the clock right now, so we're going to see what they bring it to. 1.8 apparently.
Yeah.
Well, that's wrong. I mean,
But who's at the
what's
line?
What's going on here?
We have a technical foul.
Must have a tech.
Oh, that's crazy.
Parth makes the technical. He'll get another.
The officials, I don't want to speculate, but
I think they get possession. They get
They get
possession as well.
too on a technical, right?
Oh,
Whoa.
wow. And
Which
Timeout,
they
Coach
would
Lane.
have had
now,
anyway.
here's the thing. That ball went through the hoop with about 3.3, 3.2 seconds left. When it went through the hoop and hit the ground, hit the floor, how, as an Exeter coach, you're not just going timeout immediately?
But I want to know
I mean,
what the technical was
Exactly.
called for. What was the technical?
What was that?
Well, one can only speculate over here in
Here's
the corner. Maybe
conversation with Lisa over here.
Maybe Looper thought that there was
Is she getting the lowdown on what it was?
Maybe Looper thought there was a foul. I can ask the ref.
Yeah,
what I think happened was that my guess would be the Coach Holmes maybe came onto the floor and was saying, "Where's the foul?" or something like that.
Probably not.
Lisa would though.
I don't think he'd talk to you either way,
No,
to
he
be
probably
honest
wouldn't.
with you.
I'll find out from the scores.
We
too.
only do it because we have to share headphones.
Wow, that was a
The
bizarre twist.
refs talk to the broadcasters during the NBA games. They
They
come right over
do?
the table. Yeah.
They do?
Yeah.
What am I talking about?
Is this the NBA?
He just told
As
me
I
it
told
wasn't.
John Collins, no, it's not. So.
He told me offense doesn't win championships in high school.
Well,
Steph Curry's not walking through that door.
we'll see how they play this one. 1.8 on the clock.
They gotta
Montgomery
foul
to inbound it. They
immediately.
get it to Parth.
And they got to foul the wrong guy. Oh, they just let it go.
Now,
Yeah.
I'll tell
That
you what
counts?
happened. There was no reaching call there. Maglani took 3 steps.
I know.
Oh, wow.
And they'll hustle off the floor on this one.
Tom can't get over there and talk to him fast enough because they're out of here.
Well, 58-55, the Titans will advance here, John, and an interesting final minute or so here in this one.
Very, very interesting because that technical took away Exeter's ability to possibly tie the game. I mean, put somebody at the line, go take a last-second three, and they lose 58-55, but what an interesting finish.
A 3-point difference a year ago, a 3-point difference here today.
Wow.
I'm exhausted just having watched this. The free throw disparity here. Look, the Titans went to the line 39 times, and they made 41 times. They were 21 for 41.
Jason Roby, always a pleasure to do the games with you. Tremendous once again. John Collins for our cameraman, Dylan Smith, and executive producer Pete Johnson. Thank you for watching. Also, thank you, Blue Hawk Media Exeter, for doing the game out in the Seacoast. And a 58-55 quarterfinal win. North advances in the 2023 Division I playoffs. Good afternoon from North, everybody.